sight. Love is the mood, love is the vibe. Everything is love, love in disguise, love on the rise. Open your eyes, love is the light, girl, love is divine. Love is your face and love is your smile. Love is here and love is now. When you got
Listen, I put everybody that come in my life in the category of a tree. Some people are like leaves on a tree. The wind blows, they over here, they unstable. Blow the other way, they over here. Ain't nothing. Season change, they wither and die, they gone. That's alright. That's some people, most people in the world are like that. Don't get mad at people like that, that's who they are. They ain't gonna never be nothing, that's what they put on this earth to be, but be what they are, a leaf. Some people are like a branch on that tree. You gotta be careful with them branches too, because they'll fool you. They'll get there, make you think they're a good friend and they're real strong, but the minute you step out there on them, they'll break and leave you high and dry. But if you find you 2 or 3 people in your life that's like the roots at the bottom of that tree, you are blessed, because them the kind of people that ain't going nowhere. A tree can have 100 million branches, but only a few roots down at the bottom to make sure it get everything it needs. I'm telling you something. When you get you some roots, hold on to them, but the rest of them, let it go. Just let it go. Let folks
The IRS announced that the next batch of stimulus checks will start hitting bank accounts on March 24th. If your stimulus check does not hit your bank account by March 24th, you will more than likely be receiving it by mail, either in the form of a paper check or a debit card. The IRS also announced that there are 12 million tax returns trapped in a logjam, and it should be fixed by summer. Summer? Yep, the IRS is still paying catch up from being shut down from COVID. On top of that, Congress is giving them more work to do. And at the same time, Congress cut their budget, meaning that they are super understaffed. Wow, they need some help. I agree, Ziri. People are in need now. They don't have the time to wait till summer. Use hashtag #FundTheIRS so that Congress can give the IRS more money. That way they can hire more people and issue refunds even faster.
Ow, what the fuck?
Yo, what else? You heard that?
Why
What
would you
did I
hit?
tell you, bro? Man, hear that shit.
That's what you get, because what are you
tripping.
touching me for?
Now, what did it hit you like that?
He just hit me like that.
That's the thing. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop it.
Yo.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Where did my Christian limo driver go?
My pious husband is missing. The baby I chose to have baptized is gone. Mr. Thompson, what's happening?
It's the rapture, Shauna. The rapture. The virtuous have gone to heaven, and the rest of us have been left below. We were fools because we rejected God, tacitly accepting Satan. We must suffer through the apocalypse. I thought all religions were a path to God. I was wrong.
Why did I put my
I just received an email from Facebook's lawyers about my last video. I'm going to read it for you. Mr. Tapas, I'm writing on behalf of my client Mark Zuckerberg, founder and CEO of Facebook. After the release of your satirical video that suggested you and Mr. Zuckerberg went to college together and that he was, in fact, not human, but rather a reptilian, Mr. Zuckerberg retained me so that I may write a cease and desist letter. Mr. Zuckerberg has stipulated that if you proceed to do the following, though, he will not file legal action. 1. You must make a video stating that your claims about Mr. Zuckerberg are false and that at his time at Harvard, Mark was popular, kind, and well-liked amongst the student body. 2. You must publish this video on Facebook and Instagram so as to maximize the exposure of Mr. Zuckerberg and so that your disinformation directly benefits his standing on his platforms. If you refuse to meet the aforementioned stipulations set down by my client, you will be deposed and forced to remove the videos legally. P.S. If you need proof that you know Mr. Zuckerberg, he can send you pictures and a fake diploma from Harvard.
Can we please get out of the habit of telling people, well, that's still your mom, that's still your dad, that's still your brother or sister? Toxic is toxic, whether it's family or not. You are allowed to walk away from people who constantly hurt you. Listen again.
Why haven't astronomers told us about it? on Fox News, an astronomer came on there and he described not only that they've discovered it, but they've named it. NASA calls it Planet 9, but it's orbiting its own star. It's got a brown dwarf star that it orbits. It's got its own little planetary solar system going around it.
That's where the Anunnaki are.
The astronomer said, which blew me away, that's where we came from.
So this planet, inhabited with the Anunnaki, are they still there in your opinion?
This is some real Star Wars type stuff here. They may still be living in our solar
I heard
system.
this audio where this woman said, if you have a black line around the colored part of your eyeball, then you have a soul. If you don't, you have no soul. If the black line is thick, then you have a pure soul. Not just a soul, but a pure soul.
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
That they stopped teaching kids cursive so they can no longer read the Declaration of Independence and know their rights. Scary thing is, it's accurate.
If you were in a room with all the people you've ever met in your life, who would be the only one you look for?
So you played it cool and I was scared of letting go. I didn't know I needed you, but I never showed. But I wanna stay with you until we're grown old. Say you won't let go. Just say
What spiritual gifts and abilities did you inherit from a past life? So you guys have been loving my palm reading tutorials, so I'm back to do another one. I know it's been a while, I'm so sorry. So in this video, we're going over psychics, healers, and astral travelers. And we're also going to be working on our right hand today. So the first gift we're going over is astral travel. If you don't know what astral travel is, in a nutshell, it's basically projecting your consciousness into different dimensions or planes of existence. So on your right hand, you want to go ahead and look to see if you have any lines right here on the bottom left hand side of your hand. If you have these lines, congratulations, you're someone who's naturally meant to astral project and astral travel and might have been doing it since you were a kid. So if you're someone who's meant to heal people or a natural healer, you would have the healer's mark, which is underneath your pinky and your heart line. And if you're a psychic or a medium, look for the cross or triangle underneath your ring finger. You could also be a telepath.
CMOS.
CMOS.
And what does that do for you?
CMOS, well, see, the body is comprised of 102 minerals, and CMOS has 99 of them.
No kidding.
So it's
So you're feeling good?
2021 just got even crazier. Firstly, everyone has been freaking out over this video that has surfaced the internet. Watch this creature down here kind of transform into a squid-like figure. Okay, next, does everybody remember those mysterious monoliths that were popping up everywhere in 2020? You can't forget The Simpsons predicted this. Well, one was actually just found in Turkey, and it's strangely being guarded by military officers. Now, a lot of people have been saying they are feeling the same thing happening to them in 2021. Like, the days are flying by and the time is going so fast for everyone. Also, people are saying they keep seeing synchronized numbers. Also, everyone having bad Wi-Fi and internet problems. April 8th is an important date to put on your calendar because there is going to be a pink moon, and there's a lot of conspiracy theories about this. A car designed by Apple might be coming soon. It's said that Apple actually doesn't want to have any windows on their car and you drive in a VR headset. So everyone in the car will be chilling like this.
To all my indigenous people, watch this clip. My AKA black people, watch this. My Moorish.
We don't want any trouble. Just give us the blues, brother. Russians, I told you
them some bitches were communists. Shoot them!
Here's our powers.
You try any of that bougie crap on me, I'm gonna tell you what.
Funny how they got Erykah Badu that have always been.
Hurry up! Little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
Alright, so I don't know how many of you guys are going to go get this COVID vaccination, but this is for everybody. You all need to hear this. Both of my grandparents went in and got the shot. They have 2 rounds. The first round they got a month ago, a second one they just got 2 weeks ago. First time they got the shot, they both got really, really sick. Fevers, migraines, headaches, not being able to taste things, aches all over their bodies. Yesterday I got a phone call from my grandmother. She was admitted into the hospital because she was sore everywhere. She had a fever and she just didn't feel good. I just got a phone call from my grandmother again, and she said that she cannot move her legs. She's holding like water weight really, really bad. And my grandfather has previous heart conditions, and he is being admitted tonight because he cannot breathe and he is having chest pains really bad. Do not get this fucking
which
shot.
says child love has nothing to do with the abuse of children. These children are not just kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop. We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture, because you have adrenalized blood. You have the whole blood drinking ceremony of the satanic world. It's also the use of children for harvesting body organs. We'll have the Falun Gong testimony.
Do you struggle to get a job? Like, you know you're qualified and more qualified than everyone else. You have a college degree. You have experience. You got the education. You got the looks. You got the personality. You got the demeanor. You got the skill set for it. But for some reason, you never get called back. You never land that job position. Why is that? Well, part of it is you're spiritual. And for some reason, a part of your soul says, yes, I want this and I kind of need it. But the other half of your soul says, this is going to suck you dry. This is going to drain your life force. This is going to drain your energy. So because a part of your soul knows that you're meant for something more than just doing someone else's job and working on someone else's dream, unconsciously, you're going to be repelled from positions so that you can build and work towards manifesting your own vision. You're not accepted, not because you're not good enough, but because you're great.
You can't climb that tree. She went this ain't the tree. There's no way. I'm short. We can climb all the way up to the moon, though. Right to the moon, though. The moon. See, it be like that, huh? It be like that, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it be like that.
actually a really useful way to explore the story and nature of consciousness. Nah, bro, I don't mess with tarot cards. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying, hold up, what did you just say? I said I do not mess with tarot cards. Are you saying terror like scary? Like boo bitch, I'm a ghost? Is that not what they are called? Tarot. It's tarot. T-A-R-O-T. Hey, well, whatever. I'm still not gonna mess with them devil cards. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just curious. Have you done any research into it, or you just dismissed it outright because someone at some time told you that it was bad? Yeah, I mean, no. So all I was saying is I feel like as long as you're not giving your power away.
Big difference in making the skin look real. Take a look at the muscle suits during a nearly completed stare to a suit makes it easier to hide skin details, but each hair has to look real, from how it curls to the growth pattern. Kevin punched at least 300 individual hairs into the stomach and chest of Keanu's fake punch. He made sure to make the hair
Queen shit, bitch. These hoes don't know what life about.
And a strange African laughing in tongues misunderstood by masses. Sunday masses pacified the mindset of the black assassin. Turn the other cheek, see blood and lashes. Oppressors get away with the tactics. Used to demonize every single non-European practice. And masters taking new approaches to billionaires in these classes. And with a white Trump trash is infuriated because they made it ration. White and white clashing, but only speak on black actions. They mind your business. White folks killing each other, so now we ain't have to kill them. Live long enough and the hero turns to the villain. Too ignorant to understand, being exploited by the MAGA. Stormed the Capitol building and they made it right past them. Knowing if for a group of blacks they would've went blasting. They tragic American horror stories, so many shots you would've thought that they was casting. They brains flying everywhere like how they did Fred Hampton napping. And try to act like that shit never happened. Mad a white woman was shot on federal land trespassing. Not mad a black woman was killed in her sleep and had a boyfriend arrested. Exactly why I keep my Western, always projecting. And yeah, you know that that's some savagery. Take me from my land and make me pay to track my ancestry. Henrietta lacks my DNA to make a band. Okay, I just gotta kill. Smoking on that conspiracy theorist John Hannity. I'm high as fuck, it got me halfway to.
Well, it's religion. It's, you know, you can't wear a mask. You don't see one on Jesus.
Remember when Obama called Trump a dipshit?
Complete dipshit.
Or the time Kim Kardashian rapped?
Because I'm always half naked.
Or when Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonated himself? This is a deep fake too. I'm not Adele, but I am an expert in online manipulation. So deepfakes is a term that's used to describe video or audio files that have been created using artificial intelligence.
My favorite is probably Lisa Vanderpump.
It started as a very basic face swapping technology, and now it's turned into film-level CGI. There's been this huge explosion of like, oh my goodness, we can't trust anything. Yes, deepfakes are eerily dystopian, and they're only going to get more realistic and cheap.
TikTok, you gotta check out this video I found with Betty White with a left black eye. She is 99. What do you think is going on? Is she a reptilian? Keep in mind her father was a lighting company executive in Beverly Hills. Now think about when she says at 4 years old she lost her virginity and joking.
What's going on with your eye?
Oh, well, the makeup lady had a little problem with me and she hit me. So I slipped and fell.
Oh boy.
In the kitchen of all things. I never go in the kitchen. I just love it.
Do you remember how old you were when you got your driver's license?
I think I was 4. No, that was something else. That's when I lost my virginity.
It's shedding season.
Speak a little more on Samson. This video is for my melanated beings. If you don't know who Samson is a Hebrew Israelite. And through the power of his dreads, he had the power of super strength. There were even stories of Samson fighting lions with his bare hands. Samson had a lover named Delilah. But little did Samson know, Delilah was a snake. And she cut his hair, bro. Yes, she cut this man's hair. And he lost his super strength because a female wanted to cut his hair, bro. Delilah, you a motherfucking snake. You a motherfucking snake. Moral of the point, if you a melanated being, Do not cut your hair. Stop cutting your hair. Your hair is a connection to source. This is where you get your information, your wisdom, your knowledge, all that. Stop cutting your hair. You are literally cutting off your connection to source, man. Grow that shit out, boy. What the fuck you doing, boy? Stop cutting your hair, boy. Goddamn, boy. My recent video, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Here's where things get a little bit more weird.
Hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now. Oh, we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time. Thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it.
Bro, how could you listen to that and not try to connect the dots? Those people don't even know what they're clapping about. They're just going along with what she's saying. It's literally right there in your face if you connect the dots. She said the dome had about 18 million cracks, thanks to us. Kinda got me wondering, is that why they built rockets? Just a question. Check this out.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we...
It's literally right there in our face, and it sounds like she's reading a script. She said those exact words twice. That highest and hardest glass ceiling. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Thoughts, and like, this could just be me. But why have we not started a spiritual hype house? Like, imagine it's just a spiritual coven or a commune full of awakenings. Like, why do we not have a bunch of spiritual creators dancing naked under the full moon? Painting, ritualizing, philosophizing. Sounds like the dream to me. Like, that is what we should be putting our money into. A queen can dream.
Yo, y'all hear me out real quick. Y'all remember this scene in The Simpsons? If you haven't, this is basically describing that we live under a firmament. Many religions believe this to be true as well, but check this out real quick.
Santa Claus kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the state.
That scene was describing how there's a firmament above us and there's an ocean on top of that. The three-story universe theory talks about exactly this. Firmament with the stars above that ocean of heaven, and then above that heaven of heavens. Below earth, the underworld, and more ocean. But it doesn't stop there. Check this out. Again, Hollywood's talking about a firmament above us. I don't think this is a coincidence, but check this out as well. Kinda running out of time, so like for part 2.
There's only one disease. The judge said, what is it? What is obstructing the nasal passage? She said, mucus. And when another has bronchitis, what is obstructing the bronchial tubes? She said, mucus. And when another has pneumonia, what's covering the cells of the lungs? She said, mucus. Dr. Victor Herbert said, what about AIDS? You and your one disease theory? I said, Your Honor, have you been to an AIDS ward? She said, yes. I said, what is it that the AIDS spits up every 5 minutes? She said, mucus. Where is the mucus? It's in the skin, it's in the blood, and the lymphatic system that makes up the immunological system. That is where you find the mucus.
People think I'm crazy because I accidentally spent $10,000 renting this private villa with its own lazy river. If you think that's crazy, one time I almost spent $10,000 on college tuition.
I feel attacked.
Just to take classes
Let's
from
talk
home.
about why these next few weeks are going to be so important for our desires and our relationships. So Venus is going to be moving into the sign of Aries on March 21st and will be here until April 14th. Now, Aries is the determined and passionate sign of the self, and Venus is the planet that rules our money, our desires, and our relationships. Now, on March 23rd, Venus and the Sun are going to be making their conjunction in the sign of Aries, which is going to show us that if we're not in direct alignment with the shit that makes us feel good, then what the fuck are we doing? We have to see that once we go after all the desires and energies that we want, then the universe is going to put us in alignment with all the relationships and the good vibes that we're meant to be in. So let's get in alignment this week and let's get the shit that we deserve. Peace.
Apparently, if you play this sound, your cat is supposed to come to you. But I don't have a cat, so I just went outside.
You were brought here to this fucking constellation and this planet. You were chased here. You contain so much magic that's natural The alchemy in you is so natural. We go into history right now. If you ain't got time, bitch, go away. Can I fuck you up? Are you ready? When I told you you under a spell, they put you to sleep, I wasn't kidding. I want you to pause inside of your mind and hear what I said to you. You are original deity. They put you to sleep. You are now under a spell. They keep looping you around to where you are now watered down. They took all of your magic. They keep putting you in different bodies, is what I'm telling you.
This is go. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up.
So the reason why I will never wear wireless earbuds is because unfortunately the two buds don't connect to your phone at the same time. The phone connects to one connects to the other with your brain in between it, and then it goes back to the phone in a loop. So your brain is between two radiation emitting frequency devices. One of the reasons why I will not wear that is for that reason. Another one is because if you want to microchip the population, how do you do so? You have to condition them to first wear the technology. And then it's a lot more normal to think of, maybe just get the technology put into me. Part of the transhuman agenda. They need people to want and get used to wearing the technology, which is the step before the, hey, let's make it even easier for you. Just get a chip. Just literally microchip yourself. Pay for it. People in Sweden, there's already office buildings of people who check in, who clock into their job with a microchip, grain of rice size microchip in their hand. China's doing stuff like that. This is the plan for the rest of the world. They want us all connected to artificial.
About it, but I think the time has finally come for us to just buy some land and drop off the grid. Just grow some vegetables and be happy and just live our best life, because this is ass over all of this.
If you don't know what's going on the planet right now, you're ignorant. That is called ignorance. Dumb yet willing to learn. That's what I'm hoping that you are. Because there is something going on that we can fix, but only if you're there.
In the video, but your eyes can deceive you even about your own child.
Yeah, that's really true. And tonight, we actually show you a stunning local case that will make you scratch your head a little bit and wonder if what you just saw was indeed real.
And it also illuminates what prosecutors say is a real problem. Eyewitness accounts. They say they're so unreliable, they may just be the worst.
With a Studio 135 half mask and also using some CFX sleeves.
The question now is, why are they wearing these?
If you haven't seen Words Are Actually Spells Part 24, go watch that one first. When the ship travels and reaches its destination, it enters an artificial waterway called a birth canal. Once a boat has been docked, they call this process being birthed. This is called the birthing process or delivery process. Once the precious cargo reaches the dock, a certificate of manifest needs to be signed. Now we know every sailor calls his boat a mothership or vessel. The mother gives birth through her birth canal after her water breaks. And once it reaches the dock or doctor, and remember a oar is a tool used to travel through water. After that, a birth certificate or certificate of manifest has to be signed. And they both have a registration number on them, country of origin, and a manufacturer. And the manufacturer are your parent. Hence, a pair that rents, because they are renting their baby and have just turned them into a product.
In the SNL skit, and Dave Chappelle spoke about that as a comedian. Black actors always, being asked to wear dresses. Have you ran into that? And what do you think about that whole Illuminati theory that people put out there about that?
Well, thanks for that softball question. It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. At the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
I mean, we all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us.
Yeah.
But now it's not necessary for us to store up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times.
Right.
I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
All right. How do you handle that? Because they put your name in the press with a lot of rumors and a lot of situations that they try to put on Cat Williams. Do you feel ever the need to, like, I got to go defend this and put out a story about who I am, or do you just let that kind of like roll off your back when
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time, and a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way. I didn't know it was going to be this type of hatred, but you know, I'm concrete in all things because of He who strengthens me. So that doesn't mean I always make the right decisions, but I am going to stand by what I stand for. And I'm only continuing to do it because I was looking for somebody who was doing it instead of me. And I just must have missed them, you know what I mean? So at some point you have to figure out what example are you trying to be. If it's just going to be you going to make it and live happily ever after and go off into the sunset, then that's what that is. Otherwise, you're on the front line of this battle. And those of us who understand that this is a part of what comes with it.
Прошу вас принести присягу. Заступаючи на посаду президента Республіки Білорусь, урочисто клянуся вірно служити народу Республіки Білорусь,
поважати і аховувати права і свободи чоловіка і громадянина, заховувати і обороняти Конституцію Республіки Білорусь, свято і добросумленно виконувати ускладенные на меня высокие обовязки.
Everything that I need, I already have. Everything that I have is all that I need. Anything I desire, I will receive because my reality is created by me. Everything that I need, I already have. Everything that I have.
Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time a ching, money comes to me. It all flows in so abundantly. From the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, 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 all debt is paid. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time a ching money comes to me, it all flows in so abundantly. From the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, 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 all debt is paid. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time it ching money comes to me, it all flows in so abundantly. From the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, 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 all debt is paid.